In this tutorial, we are discussing about how to utilize constructors. First of all, what is constructors in Java? So, constructors are used to initialize the object state. Like method, a constructor also contains collection of statements, that is instructions, that are executed at time of object creation. When is a constructor called? Each type an object is creating using new keyword, at least one constructor, it could be default constructor, is invoked to assign initial values to the data members of the same class. And the constructor name is same as the class name. Rules for writing constructor. Constructors of a class must have same name as the class name in which it resides. A constructor in Java cannot be abstract, final, static, and synchronized. Access modifiers can be used in constructor declaration to control its access, that is, which other class can call the constructor. Types of constructor. So basically there are two types of constructors in Java. First one is no argument constructor. A constructor that has no parameter is known as default constructor or no argument constructor. If we don't define a constructor in a class, then compiler creates default constructor with no argument for the class. And if we write a constructor with arguments or no arguments, then the compiler does not create a default constructor. Default constructor provides the default values of the object like 0 for int, 0.00 for double and null for string and char, depending on the data type. Next one is parameterized constructor. A constructor that has parameters in it is known as parameterized constructor. If we want to initialize fields of the class with your own values, then we use a parameterized constructor. Here is one question that does constructor return any value? So the answer is no. There are no return value statements in constructor, but constructor returns current class instance. We can write return inside a constructor. So the next question is, can constructor perform other tasks instead of initialization? Yes. It performs many other tasks like object creation, starting a thread, calling a method. You can also perform any operation in the constructor as you perform in the method. Let's see an example how to utilize the constructors. About the non-parameterized constructor or default constructor. First of all, we create a class main, and inside the main class, we make a instance variable that is int x, and then we create a constructor that is public and main, the same name as class name. And inside the main constructor, we don't take any parameter because it is non-parameterized constructor. And then inside the constructor, we just initialize the value of x is equals to 5. As we all know that constructor is used for initialization. And then we create a main method, and inside the main method we just create the object of a class main. Main my object is equals to new main. And in the same way, in the same line, we just invoke the constructor because constructor is invoked when the object is created. And then we print the value, that is system.out.println myObject.x. And in the following example, it will print the value 5 because 5 is already initialized with the help of constructor, and hence we access the value of x, so it will give us the answer 5. Let's execute it. First of all, we just save it and then execute it. Zavak main dot Java. Hence it compiles successfully. Let's execute it. Java main. See, it will give us the result 5. So in this way, we can create the non-parameterized constructor. Let's discuss about the parameterized constructor. Here I can create a class, that is class construct ex, and inside the class we take a variable int x and we create a constructor, that is public construct ex, same name as the class name, and we take a parameter, that is int y, and then we initialize the value of x with the value y, that is x is equals to y. And then we create the main method string args, and here we make an object, that is construct ex by object is equals to new construct ex, and we give the value 5. And the same time we just invoke the constructor and give the value 5 to that constructor, and then system.out println my object.x. Here we give the value 5 and the value is assigned to the constructor, that is int y. So in parameterized constructor, the value is given at the time of object creation. Let's save it and just execute it. Zavak construct ex.java. Hence it compiles successfully. Let's execute it by java construct ex. See, it will also give the value 5 because we give the value 5 here. If I write 15 here, so it will give me the value 15. Let's execute it. It again compiles successfully. See, it will give the value 15. So in this way, we can create the parameterized constructor. Thank you.